My name is Lorrie. Welcome to my channel. We are quilters. Today we are on Upskill Monday. In the past, we have looked at embellishments with embroidery floss, some other stitches, some buttons and embroidery floss. Today we are going to use Hot Fix Crystals. So here's some of the ones we have worked on. And here are some of the ones I have done for examples for you today. I added a little bit of Hot Fix Crystal to one of the blocks already, and to another block where I had done embroidery previously, and another place where I added embroidery, and I'm going to go back and add in some flower petals so that those will be center of flower petals. I also added some where there were center of flowers on the fabric, just to give it some sparkle. I have another example to show you. This one was in the box that I'm keeping the Hot Fix Crystal things in. This one is one that you put a piece on with the pliers and then add the rhinestone. So you can also do it that way. So it is there is a no-sew option. According to the directions for the Hot Fix Crystal applicator, these are washable as long as you use a low or medium setting. And I have seen quilts that had lots and lots of these applied. So let's talk about what you need. You need crystals, and they come in lots of blingy colors and white and different sizes. There's very small up to fairly large, and this one doesn't have the sizes on it. There's also a plain, I did not pay that much for it, this was a yard sale buy. They come in a more plain shiny metal, and there's glue on the back that you activate by pressing down with a tip that gets up to 350 degrees. And there are other tips that come with this applicator and a little stand to put it on so that you can use with the different sizes. So it takes a little bit of planning, because that is for a very big crystal or rhinestone. And this you would use for flat buttons and studs. There's another smaller one. So there are different sizes, and you cannot, there's one for the teeny tiny ones. You cannot touch the tip while it is hot, so you have to wait for it to cool down. It takes, according to the directions, 4 minutes for it to heat up. I know that they make a nifty little tool to pick up these crystals, but I don't happen to have that little tool, so I am improvising, and I am using an orange cuticle stick and a pair of tweezers that aren't good for much else. So I'm going to add some bling to the centers, and I have been picking up the crystals just by flipping the cuticle stick underneath, and that works pretty well. And if I drop them in the wrong place, I just move them with my fingers. It's all right. It's not like it's active glue right now. And I just put them where I think I will want them. And then I go back and glue them. I have found that if you wait a few minutes between gluing the gemstone, and sometimes it takes a little bit longer to activate that glue than other times. The directions suggest 10 to 15 seconds, and I have found that it takes between 20 and 25. And it's not because it's particularly cool here, so I don't know why it's taking a little longer, but it is. And I also read that you don't want to overheat them, because if you do, then the glue could melt away too much. So you have to figure out how you want to do that. So here we go. We'll do one of these together so I can show you how easy this is. And I am using my watch. Yes, I wear a watch. I'm just clamping down on the crystal, pushing it down, timing it for about 20 seconds. And then I will check it to make sure it's secured. All there is to it. Not much else to it. And I found that sometimes, see, that one is nice and it's staying put. Sometimes there was one spot on one of the other ones that it just did not want to stick in the spot. So I don't know if there was sizing on the fabric or what happened, that it wasn't going to stick. Let me finish sticking these on and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've done this red one, but when I push it, it is not sticking. So I know I need to redo that one. And if I pick it up, I can see the glue has not been activated at all. It's still on there, so it wasn't that I overheated it. Speaking of heating, you'll notice that I have a tempered glass mat underneath. This one came from my kitchen. It is made to sit hot pans on it. So I am protecting my cutting mat with a tempered glass mat. I don't want to melt my cutting mat. It's in bad enough shape as it is. So let me get back to gluing this down, timing it on my watch. I'm going to give it 20 seconds, and hopefully that will heat it up. I did find that sometimes between crystals, I needed to let my applicator warm back up. And now it's staying when I flick it with my fingernail. Back in a minute. So, there you have it. This is like the lazy man's bedazzler. And I'm pretty sure that this one that has this was bedazzled, because I do have the manual one at home, the sew version. Easy to do. I'm sure that there are starter kits available, or I know that there are other tips available for this sort of tool, because I have one that it's like a mini iron that's attached, made so you can press seams open without burning your fingers, and it's very tiny. It's probably about the size of your thumbnail. So if you have a tool, get some crystals and give it a try. It's lots of blingy blingy. Okay, I am back. I have those stuck on there. I'll show you that in a second. First, I want to show you another option. I bought this at, I believe, Michael's. It is an iron-on rhinestone and stud transfer that has a sheet so that you pick up all the, when you peel it apart, it picks up all of the rhinestones already in the pattern, and then you put it on and iron it following the directions. And it's easy to use, but it is not as washable. It says wash by hand only. So I will not be adding this to a quilt, but to something else that won't be washed by me. So that's another option, and it has little rhinestones too. But for right now, this is going back in the box. See you on Wednesday for Build-A-Block Wednesday when we start our patriotic series of blocks. See you then. Thank you for watching. Remember, like and subscribe to help my channel grow. I appreciate you.